Well, if anyone's been in Mary Kay a while, they know that Mary Kay would always say, nothing happens until somebody sells something. She also was famous for saying bookings are the lifeline of your business. Well, here's what I know. Without any bookings, you can't sell something. And so, you know that famous saying, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? In Mary Kay, what comes first, the booking or the sale? It's always the booking. And so one of the most important things you can do to make sure your business is successful is to schedule time to make booking calls each and every week. This is one thing that I started early on in my career, and I continued throughout my career, is as I would work on a weekly plan sheet, I would put in an hour of booking calls every other day. I have a girlfriend in Mary Kay that will be on the phone for about 20 minutes every day and get 2 bookings. So whatever works for you, just schedule the time to make booking calls, because booking is the lifeline of your business. It's important that you use a script. You know, if we were to use our own words, we get them all jumbled up. We don't even know. Like, I remember people would be like, what do you do? And I'd be like, I do Mary Kay when I first started. And now I know to say, I own my own business with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And so it's important that you are articulate and know what you're saying. And so what I love is that people have come before you in Mary Kay, and they have literally given you the tools and the scripts of what to say. And so people don't know that you're reading, but when I first started, before I had the scripts memorized, and now it's second nature for me, I would have the script sitting in front of me, my phone and my planner, and I would call them and say, you know, hey Sue, it's Lisa. Do you have a quick second? I have some exciting news. You're not gonna believe this, but, and it would say pause, and I would pause, and it would say let them answer, and I would let them answer. But I will tell you this, I think one thing that holds people back is they are afraid to use the script because they don't want to sound like they're using the script. So let me just tell you, nobody knows that you're reading, but until you know what to say, it's important that you use the scripts. So many times when people say, oh, nobody is booking with me, I say, okay, well, tell me, Miranda, what are you saying? And Miranda will tell me, and I'll say, oh, wow. Well, who taught you to say that? Because I know that the scripts work. And so the scripts were written by multi-millionaires that came before you, Mary Kay, and so make sure you use the words. So you're probably thinking right now, well, how do I get my hands on those scripts? Great question. On our Facebook page, under Files, you will see a link called the 21-Day Booking Challenge. Under there are scripts for people that you've met out and about, your family and your friends, because you're going to talk to them differently, right? And for people that you would get from a warm chat or a fishbowl. And so you'll learn about that as you go on in your career. And so what I love is there is a script for each group of people, but it's important that you always use the script. And I will tell you that when I feel like my booking is going down, the ratio is going down, I will go back to those old school scripts, and I promise that they work. Now, how many should you book? That's a great question. Mary Kay taught a tradition. She said book 8 to hold 5. So book 8 to hold 5, meaning you'll book 8, 3 will cancel, you know. It's really funny. Sometimes you'll have cancellations like a family emergency. Sometimes grandma fell out of the window. That's what Mary Kay always said. You're not going to believe this. Grandma fell out of the window. I can't come to my skincare class. She was very funny. People didn't know that about her, but I love hearing stories because I never got to meet her, and they said that Mary Kay was always very funny. And so she said, well, grandma fell out of the window, and so I can't come to my party today. And so we know that things come up. If you have children, you know that things come up. You forgot about a soccer game. Now one of them's sick and you got to go to the doctor. And so people cancel. And so to guarantee that you're going to hold 5, you're going to book 8. How and when are you going to book them? Well, you're going to book when works for your schedule, and you're going to tell them what works for you, right? And you're going to book them into your schedule. You're not going to chase them. You never go let a hairstylist that is wide open with their schedule cut your hair. You want to go to the busy hairstylist, right? And so you want to be the busy Mary Kay consultant. So you're going to decide from a weekly plan sheet when you can work, and you're going to put them into your schedule. You're going to give them options, weekdays, weekends, this week, next week. But I would tell you, to be successful, you never want to book out more than 2 weeks. I have found in my career that when I book out 4 weeks, 6 weeks, something comes up with me or something comes up with them, but the appointment doesn't tend to hold. Within 2 weeks, you're finding a woman to be more true to her word and follow through. I also say that my time and your time is the most important, and then you can invite friends. So I always make sure that I get their schedule and my schedule coordinated before I give them the opportunity to add on friends to their appointment. And so I find to book 2 weeks out. Now, I would say most people hold about 5 appointments every 2 weeks. But I'll tell you, back in the day when Mary Kay started, she was famous for book 8 to hold 5 in 1 week. She also was famous for telling somebody that wasn't having the success they wanted in their business to hold 10 shows, pampering sessions, but they used to call them shows, hold a 10-show week and see if everything changes. And I bet you that everything changed. So I would challenge you, whether or not you're doing this for a hobby, part-time or full-time, to book 8 to hold 5. If you were doing this as maybe a hobby, I would tell you to book 8 to hold 5 within a month. If you were doing this part-time, I would tell you every 2 weeks you need to be booking 8 to hold 5. And if you're doing this for maybe leadership or full-time, or you have a dream to earn a car with Mary Kay, I would tell you to book 8 to hold 5 weekly. And so based on your goal, you can decide how many calls you need to do, when you need to make those calls, and which script would be best for those calls. I challenge you to your very first book 8 to hold 5. I know you're going to do it. Print the scripts, get your date book, set your schedule, and allow women to try our product with you.